Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Unfiltered and Unstoppable podcast. I am your host, Just Before Dark. And for everyone that has been following along either on YouTube or the podcast daily since we started, we know that we missed a day together yesterday. I was kind of busy. I ended up getting my nails done. I now have yellow nails with white flowers for anyone that is listening. And then, this weekend is my daughter's birthday. So I went and spent the day with her at the pool with her mom. And then it came down to the nighttime and I was like, okay, I have to record my podcast. But Ryan wanted to go golfing. So I was like, you know what? Let's go golfing. We'll skip a day. It's perfectly fine. I'm here to tell you, I fucking suck at golfing. And turns out Ryan kind of sucks too. We went to the driving range. It was horrendous. And I was like, I don't think I like golf. And he's like, I don't think I like golf either. And we had gotten clubs maybe, I don't know, like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. And at the time I was an accountant and I was like, I need to learn how to golf so I could like golf with all the business guys. And Ryan, when he was younger, was like a really good golfer. So he's like, you know what, let's golf together. And my daughter's mom's boyfriend was a golf pro. So my daughter golfed a lot. But since then, my daughter's mom broke up with that guy and is now with someone much better. And so like my daughter doesn't golf anymore. Ryan doesn't really golf anymore. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about golf. So needless to say, we went last night and we're like, yeah, this isn't our thing. We love pickleball. That's apparently our thing. That's our hobby we like to do. We have a pickleball court here in my neighborhood and we have honestly shit ass paddles, but we're getting pretty good. And I'm like, you know what? Honey, I think it's time to upgrade the paddles. But yeah, that's our like outdoor sport of choice. So I was like, I'd rather have spent the night with you pickleballing. But needless to say, it was still fun. We still had a good night. But welcome back, everybody. I missed you yesterday. I am so excited because I checked, I could be completely wrong. I believe we are officially on day 21 of our 75-day challenge. We have made it 3 weeks. And apparently the idea of 3 weeks forms a habit is like an old saying. Okay. And apparently now it takes 66 days, but it could be anywhere between 14 days or a whole year. So apparently it doesn't fucking matter how long you do a habit. It depends on like who you are, how long it sticks. But I am willing to bet at this point, the challenge is starting to become easier. At least I hope it is, in the sense that, we've been talking a lot about mindset. So like, even if the workouts or the diet itself is not necessarily feeling easier, at least maybe we're now on track of gaslighting ourselves and tricking ourselves into thinking it's getting easier, right? Like this whole week, I've been really focusing on my subconscious, like really speaking things into existence, really like motivating myself within, being like, hey, like yesterday I did a Pilates workout and I did it outside when it was hot. And I was like, this is fantastic. This is easy for me. Like I am strong, I am able. And the 10-minute ab workout that normally would leave me going, I fucking hate this bitch, made me be like, hell yeah, I'm kicking ass. So hopefully at least like learning to change the mindset. I'm going along this journey just with you guys, right? Like I've just started doing this. You're starting to notice change in your day to day. I personally am. I'm fucking loving it. So I feel really, really good. So with that said, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more. Like we've been talking a lot about mindset. So I kind of wanted to hit a little bit more. I know we've gotten suggestions on like, hey, can we talk about different food more or maybe workouts more, stuff like that. So I did want to touch, I know when we originally started, I was very adamant that, hey, like I've tried a lot of diets in the past and I never really explained like what I tried, I guess, like I did vegetarian, I think for like 5 or 6 months, did that for a hot minute. I learned how to eat everything vegetarian. And while Ryan lost a shit ton of weight, I noticed I wasn't losing any weight. And at the time I was stuck in that like higher weight range that I was after like college 15 and then like getting married and everything like that. And I was like, why am I not losing any weight? And Ryan's like, I don't know, I'm losing weight like crazy. And then we realized at the end that like the reason he was losing was so much weight was he was actually losing his muscle and didn't even realize it. So we realized that like a vegetarian diet does not work for us because we prefer a high protein diet with how much we are working out. My goal body type is very much tone with some muscle. So not huge muscle. Don't want a lot of muscle. But you know, the vegetarian did not work. And so we then pivoted obviously to a lot of protein, which consisted a lot of protein shakes and protein bars, stuff like that. And even now I'm seeing a lot of people on social media kind of going away from that too. Like this idea of, okay, you need to buy this shake and you need to buy this bar and all this stuff is kind of getting to the point where it's like, I'm exhausted. Like I can't eat enough protein bars to actually get the amount of protein I want or need in my diet. And I don't want to. Like the protein bars are okay, but no one wants to sit down and have 5 protein bars and a protein shake in a day. And like the way the protein's made, it's like, why would I just not eat real food, right? Like, why would I not just eat real food? My body's not taking the protein the way it should be. I remember when we were doing it, it was like protein shake after the gym. Oh, it's so gross, guys. Like, it was so gross. You put it in either water or milk, and I would like shake it up. Oh, God, it was awful. It was horrible. And then my body didn't like it. My body wouldn't digest it. And when I would joke with Ryan, he's like, I used to know this one guy that drank or so many protein shakes. He just, like he didn't feel good. Like he couldn't go to the bathroom normally. It was horrible. And I was like, that's not what I want. Like, what else can we do? And the simple answer was like, just eat food. And so I'm seeing girls on TikTok now being like, F the protein shake, I'm eating a steak. And it's like, yeah, like do that. Like it's crazy. Ryan and I were kind of looking at our protein intake today, and we split a pound of hamburger every night for dinner, right? So we do the hamburger bowls with just organic rice and avocado. Ryan's is the organic rice, the hamburger, and then he does 2 sunny side up eggs and he does maple syrup. And I tasted it the other day. It tastes like pancakes. Like it tastes like a breakfast bowl. It's actually really, really good. We either do that or we do the a half pound of ground beef each with sweet potatoes. Like he cooks the sweet potatoes in a pan till they're nice and soft, avocado and cottage cheese, because I did see that on TikTok, and that is so fucking good. Guys, that's so good. So like those are our normal whatever. And so we just looked at the protein intake, and like that's 35 grams of protein each just for like the hamburger. And it doesn't include like the cottage cheese has the protein. Like we drink 2 coffees a day with raw milk. We do raw milk and there's the protein there. Like, or if you do whole milk, there's protein there. And so once I calculated how much protein I've already eaten, like 110 grams of protein, like in a normal day, not including like my additional things. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking crushing this. So you don't need a protein shake. I don't need a protein bar. But I know like obviously that's a driver for a lot of people. While another thing is like cutting calories and cutting carbs. And I know at the beginning of this, I talked heavily on, I don't count macros, right? So, but I do want to note that if you have never counted macros, right? Like you've never counted calories and you've never counted protein, or I don't really give a fuck about carbs, but whatever, I've never counted that. I have the app, it's called Carb Manager. I want to point out that it's meant for people doing keto. So like when you input items in there, it will be like, don't eat this because it has 1 carb, and it's like, oh, damn it, you're going to die. Ignore that. But I still think sometimes counting your food, if you've never done it before, is a helpful way to kind of look at things. So like we're 3 weeks in, and if you've been eating clean like we've suggested, you should be seeing weight loss at this point. You should be feeling better. However, if you're noticing you're not, that's completely normal too. It might just be that you are still not at a caloric deficit naturally. Okay, like you're still having some snacks and stuff like that. That's kind of pushing you to maintain that weight. So I suggest maybe putting in like what you're eating in one day just into the app and seeing if, okay, like it seems like I'm eating X amount of calories. Is there a way I can cut some of that out and then slowly work your way down? And just making sure that your levels are fine. Because if you spend all day eating nothing but fruit and you're not getting any protein, that's not the deal either. Like you really still want to be eating a good amount of protein. And if you are eating mostly meat and you're not eating any fruit, there's a downside for that too. So carnivore diets, Ryan could speak more on this. Maybe I'll have Ryan come up. But studies show that you're not getting enough of the nutrients that you need if you're not having the fruit as well. So yeah, like a normal day for me typically is like Greek yogurt in the morning with fresh fruit, fresh honey. I have my leftovers for lunch. I have Chomps beef sticks are like my go-to. Snacks are going to include things like we've talked about, just anything that is like 3 or 4 ingredients. I like the Boulder chips that are cooked with an avocado oil. For a while we were doing lesser evil popcorn. That's a good alternative. But right now I'm currently trying to cut out snacks because I'm a fucking fiend for some fucking snacks. So sometimes I have to go through stints where I'll say, okay, no snacks. Eat the fucking fruit, you crazy bitch. And so now I'm like back on, okay, if I'm hungry, I'll eat the apple. It's an apple and cheese. So again, that's why sometimes if you're not noticing the results you want, it might be because you're like me and you're like, snack, 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 snack. I don't know how everybody else is doing. I know that I've been talking with my friend on here about some ideas for food. My diet is just so simple, like in the sense that it's the same thing day in and day out. I think tonight I'm actually going to go out to eat. We're going to a barbecue restaurant, so that's going to fit right into our diet. So it is possible to go out to eat. Like tomorrow we're going to take my daughter out. She likes this pizza place, so we're going to get some wings that are like oven baked wings. So like it is possible to go out. It's just getting to a point, at least for me, because I've been doing this for so long now, right? So I've been doing this since the beginning of the year, short of one cheat day at the end of my first 75 hard, where I've been just sticking to this diet that now it's just so second nature that I don't really think about it. But let me know if you guys have any questions anymore on my diet. I'm sure there's just so many better options or more options. But again, it's just eating clean. And I hope that it's working. But yeah, we're 3 weeks in and we're feeling good. So I hope everybody has the best day and I will see everybody tomorrow.